Testing, testing. Okay, I think we've got something now. There we go. That's a bit better. Hello there, chat. Hey, I'm 𝗀𝗍, your curator. Your. Wow, my brain has gone today. Your curator of colourful chaos and art wizard extraordinaire. It's great to meet you, and I'm equipped today with strawberries, hopes, and a dream, but mostly strawberries, because we're going to be making some emotes today. To replace the ones we've currently got, because of course, as you can see in the corner, I look a little bit different. A little bit greener, you might say. And while I did love my previous half-goblin form, I think now's the time, huh? Right, let me just get my references up. I will be posting the new ref onto Blue Sky and probably Twitter, though I haven't quite decided where I'm going with Twitter at the moment. That's all over the place, isn't it? Gosh. But yeah, I have a brand new ref sheet, which I've been working on offline for the last... Sorry, I'm eating strawberries. It's a great time to do it, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, I hope that you're having an amazing day. I've had a pretty good day so far, to be honest. It's been alright. So we're gonna redo this one because as you can see down here, these were my previous emotes, or the line art for them anyway. So the one in the top corner there is probably my most popular emote. You mentioned me to 𝗀𝗙𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗋 I actually raided into 𝗙𝗃𝗃. That's a very good coincidence. I need to pop around and say hi when I see them live. How are you today? Thank you for asking. I'm alright. I'm doing okay. Making some emotes. It's a process getting all of this stuff fixed, you know? Sorting it all out. It's kind of crazy. You forget when you start streaming again, how much work went into the assets to actually create your channel. Also, hi Mark over in YouTube. I hope you're having a great day too. Right, let's get this going. If I do go a bit quiet, it is because I am concentrating, but you can always feel free to say hello in chat or ask questions, and I will happily answer because I am still here. Would you believe? Okay. Let's... Yeah, actually, this one is done enough that I can probably just move straight to line art on this one. And this also means that I can establish some rules, which I always forget when I'm doing emote things, but you need rules when you're creating emotes to make sure that they're actually consistent, and make sure they're readable from a distance, because, you know, if I zoom out like this far as to what it would look like in the chat, some of these aren't as readable as I'd like them to be. I mean, I made them years ago, so I wasn't thinking about this as much as maybe I do now. I'm doing all right just watching you. Thank you, Volker. Zoom your eyes in. Okay. I think actually this time round, I do actually want to do an emote of like just an eye, because this time I've gone for some very rainbowy eyes, and I think that'd make quite a cute emote. I don't know. What do you think? If anyone has any emote ideas, by the way, you are welcome to run them by me. I'm probably going to be remaking at least half the ones I've got here, because some of them are, like, the first one was quite popular. I like using the dancey one, so I'm gonna remake the dancey one. I'm gonna do at least one of my cat. I should probably do one of my TTS mascot, who I will be re-implementing at some point. I keep saying that, and I keep forgetting. But I have a little owl TTS mascot. Their name is 𝗙𝗹𝗹𝗶𝗹. And hopefully they will be coming back to stream sometime soon. 𝗙𝗹𝗹𝗶 is also known as the existential owl, and we love him very much here. I'm gonna eat another strawberry. Maybe make some fighting emotes or battle emotes where you cast spells. Cast spell ones are quite cool. I think it'll be kind of difficult to read as an emote from a distance. But I think, like, if I had one that looked like it was casting, and then I had a separate emote where it was like spell effects, and you could combine them together, that might be kind of cool. I'll think about that. I think that might be quite cool. Because then you could have it casting like anything. But for now, let's start with this one. We'll start small, huh? I'm gonna use a symmetry ruler for the assist here. It will be good if you play games and your viewers join the hype of you fighting. Now, I don't play games that often. I'll be completely honest with you. Well, I don't play games on stream that often. I play a lot of games off stream, but that would be very good for when I do. I am primarily an art streamer, mostly because I stream... Oh, at the moment, obviously, I'm streaming my own assets. But in the future, it will probably be commissioned work and things like that from other people's. Just because I kind of like to vibe on stream. and talk to people while I draw. Or in the case of you've probably seen in previous streams, sometimes I choose not to talk at all. But I just like showing people my art. Another thing I actually need to get done is I need to make a new overlay, which will be quite fun to try. My overlays have always been pretty minimalist in the past. But I want to try something a bit more demanding of myself, I suppose. That's the way to put it, I guess. Hello! Welcome to the chat, Demon Queen Raiju. And Dean on the other side of my screen. Welcome in. That looks very pretty. Thank you. Battle emotes can also be cheer emotes. That's true. We do love my cheer emotes. This one I'm doing right now is one of my favorites, to be honest, because it's just, I just pop it in other people's chat when I go into them. Just a little wave to say hi. Oh gosh, that reminds me though. I actually need to finish my reactive. You'll see right now, you can see my design on screen in the corner. It's not actually reactive yet. It is just static. Well, that's pretty obvious. So the fact that it's not reacting. But I need to finish that as well. Lots of things I need to finish. I'm going to be a busy bee. Okay, let's do everything that's symmetrical first. That's going to make this easier. Am I streaming somewhere else? Yes. I am. Though Twitch says I'm not allowed to say where it is. Well, no, actually, no, I think it changed recently. I am dual streaming right now on Twitch and YouTube. Their rules did change recently. You're not allowed to put the chat for both on the screen at the same time. But you are allowed to stream in both places now. So that's cool. It makes things a bit easier. I probably will end up just streaming to Twitch after a while. It's alright, like, streaming on YouTube, but I don't... Because streaming isn't the primary thing YouTube does, they don't really promote it very well. I mean, Twitch doesn't... Twitch is a whole other kettle of fish in that it doesn't really promote streams very well either, but that's a whole other problem. But yeah, I don't know, I'm undecided at the moment, because I've got sort of my main videos on YouTube as well, so it sort of goes between them. I don't know if doing both things there is a good idea or not. I don't know, we'll see, we'll see. But I probably do need to find a better way to combine the chats. I think there are apps that mean you can combine them. So I will look into that. You can basically put the VODs of your stream on YouTube or any clips. That's true, that's true. It's just a matter of like time and stuff with that kind of thing, because I used to just stream to Twitch. And I'd be like, oh yeah, I'll upload all of my VODs onto YouTube. And I just kind of never did, because you have to do 1,000 things as an indie VTuber, right? And I just didn't have time. So it just sort of fell by the wayside. Which kind of sucks, but it happens. Whereas if I'm streaming straight to YouTube, the VOD gets saved automatically, which is very useful. I mean, I know it gets saved automatically on Twitch, but like you have to sit there, you have to download it, and then you have to upload it onto YouTube and sort all of that out. And right now I ain't about that. I'm being lazy. No, I'm not. It's not a case of being lazy. It's more a case of I have many more things to do at the moment. Like this. I need to finish my emotes. But I am acutely aware that promotion is incredibly important with these kinds of things. Alright, let's pop in some eyebrows. They're not quite the right shape. Let's try again. To be fair, with eyebrows, I might, once I finished it, just take the line art off for the eyebrows anyway. Which is a pretty common thing for emotes, to be honest. Also, talking about style, Vhand, the app I'm using for this cool little hand here, recently had an update. So in a second, I might actually go in and see what the other options they have for the hand. Maybe we can explore and see what other cool effects we might be able to use. You might remember last stream I was playing around with the sparklies, which I've temporarily. It's on, but I've got it on as a sort of slightly lower level. But they've got things like rainbows and stuff, and that's kind of cool. You gotta explore that. Right, let's get the teeths. Gotta get those sharp teeths. Da, 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 da. And then pop in the tongue. I think I want it like that. Probably a little bit further up, actually. Nope, too far. Just right. What was... One sec, I'm just gonna check. Just need to check the pattern on the freckles. Okay, I have got it slightly wrong here, so I'm just gonna correct that. Gotta correct it in post. It's actually in like a diamond shape, like that. Yeah. Again, I'm doing the line art for them here, but I will probably take the line art out when we get closer to the end of the draw. Hello, 𝗙𝗪𝗏. Welcome to the chat. Hope you're having a good day. 𝗙𝗲𝗱𝗶𝗃, what made you interested in art? Wow, that's a big question. My gosh. I think a lot of things. I loved to paint and draw when I was a kid. When I was just a little gobby. So I guess that's part of it, right? And then as I grew up, I just found myself gravitating towards creative things. It wasn't always drawing, but drawing was sort of the main one. It's a funny story, I suppose I should say. When I was going to, let's call it 𝗀𝗍𝗍𝗍, that's a good word. It wasn't for art. I actually went to do a degree in computer science, and it took me a little bit, but partway through that, I decided it really wasn't for me. It took a long time to realize that, you know? Okay, let's get these ears done. There was just a point in my life where it just sort of clicked that I will not be happy if I am not doing something creative with my life. And that's not to say things like computer science and code can't be creative, because it can. Like, it still scratches a sort of itch, but not enough. 𝗀𝗚𝗍𝗍, where goblins get smart and become mind goblins. Exactly. Okay, that needs to be a little bit more... it's fair. At least you did realize it in the end. Most people would have went with the don't give up mentality and end up going through a loop of doing something that isn't going to get you anywhere. Yeah. And that... Honestly, yeah, that was what I was doing for a little while. But eventually I got out of that loop. I realized what I wanted to do. I didn't start with illustration. I was a graphic designer. Well, I suppose I've always been an illustrator, but that's not the point. Not like professional illustration. I started in graphic design. And then ended up doing both. Vintage Garnish, welcome to the chat, by the way. That's such a clever way to see the symmetry tool being used. So used to seeing it just face straight forward and not on the side like this. Yeah. I love the fact that the symmetry tool can be used at any angle. And it means anything that's symmetrical on this face, I can get right, and then I can go back and do the parts that aren't symmetrical. Clip Studio just has like lots of silly little tools that a lot of people just don't twig exists, because they don't really advertise it very well sometimes, you know? I guess it's the same with something like Photoshop, isn't it? Photoshop has like 1,000 things it can do, and you very rarely can like know all of them. So when you say, yes, I 100% know how to use Photoshop, the answer is you don't. You never do. You can be very good at it. You're never going to know everything about an app of that size, you know? But Photoshop Professional is a complete misnomer of a phrase. Yeah. I'm calling you Hippogriff now. Do you prefer Hippogriff or Volker? Or Volker Hippogriff? Yeah. This is not my problem right now, because I'm forging on, as you can see. But the rise of AI art is a problem. It's a problem for anyone in the industry, and I really feel for anyone starting out right now. I do. I can call you Volker, then I will. Hello, Volker. Actually, this bit's symmetrical, so I'll just do this bit down here. Yeah, we are not a fan of AI art in this house. It's one of these things where just the word AI now has kind of been turned into a dirty word, as it were. But AI in general is arguably a good thing for the world, but I won't go into that now. Just not generative AI, like AI art. Like, We want AI to do things that we don't want to do. We don't want it to be creative for us. You're now doing psychology. That's really awesome. I did psychology at college. But I opted not to go forward with it. As I said, I went forward with computer science instead. What made you want to go with the whole goblin feel? It's interesting because when I decided to be a GobTuber, my original avatar was half goblin. I didn't know there was a goblin VTuber community. I didn't know that was a thing. And then I discovered it after I created me. Does that make sense? Created me. we're going across the 𝗀𝗶𝗶𝗶 here. But I chose goblins because I love goblins. I played a bunch of goblins in D&D, in tabletop games. And I am, to put it bluntly, a bit of a dice goblin. I love collecting dice. Okay, is that all the parts that are symmetrical? I think so. Oh, a little bit more of that ear, maybe. There we go. You might be joining the Goblin Cave soon. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Get ready to meet 40 other goblins. Well, I have met a lot of goblins. There is actually another Discord called Goblin Island, which has probably at least 100 goblins in it. It's not as active as it once was, but it still contains an awful lot of goblins. Always a bit of chaos in every bite. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn this around because I can't get that line right. There we go. Thank you! Thank you so much for the follow. If you want to say hi in chat, you can, of course, do that. But if not, welcome to the chat and have a great look. Goblin Island, the game? There's a game called Goblin Island? No, it's the name of a Discord server. I might need to find out about this game. Okay, there we go. That's long enough. Let's flip it back round. It's a Discord server where a guy is making a goblin game. No, this is a different Discord server. This server's been around for quite a while. It's gotta be a couple of years now, because it was like at least a year hiatus. And I was in it for at least a year before that. So it's gotta be pretty old by now. Got the OG goblins in it. Can't stay long, but goblin plus artist equals awesome, thank you. And a recommend from 𝗀𝓢 to boot. Awesome! Oh, I love 𝗀𝓢. I'll have to thank them. I hope you have a lovely stream and look forward to seeing more again later. Thank you, 𝗀𝓲𝗱. It is lovely to meet you too. Okay. Right, we can turn off the symmetry tool now. Let's just turn off the ruler. We're going to keep it there just in case we need it later, though. It could happen, chat. It could happen. I could muck this up completely, and we will need the symmetry tool again. Okay. The hair, right. I was going to do that on another layer, and I forgot that I was going to do it on another layer. Damn it. Do I just want... Can I just select those? I've done it on a vector layer, so theoretically, I should be able to select those lines and move them to another layer. Oh, I can. Oh, I can. We have discovered a new hack. Let's grab these lines. So I should be able to select all of these. Because they're a vector layer. Like so. Grab them. And then I should just be able to paste them on a new one. No, that is on the same layer. I want it on this one, please. Paste. Oh. Frickin' magic. Frickin' magic. Basically, Stardew Valley, but with goblins and village making. That actually sounds right up my alley. Oh my gosh. Does the person doing it, like, have a Twitter or a Blue Sky or anything? I need to follow that. I love Stardew Valley. It's very cool. I love Harvest Moon, any game like that. Really nice. The Discord's been around as well. Fair. Maybe it actually is the same Discord, and like I just don't know what its origins were. But I would imagine if it was that Discord, I would know. No, the Discord I'm on is ran by the Goblin President Graham. I don't know if you've heard them. They're a very prolific goblin and short stack artist, and they're very, very good. I don't think they have a Twitch though, or I would shout it out. I think they just draw goblins. I don't think they stream goblins. I might be wrong though. I might be wrong. Okay, now we've got this on another layer. We can dedicate this layer to the hair layer, because this is going to make it easier going forward, because when I make emotes, I like to do the outline in pure black, but I like to do the outline of the hair specifically in color. So this is going to make it way easier to separate things. And anything that makes the art process easier is generally good. Unless it's AI, and then it's not. RK Online, welcome into the chat. Welcome, welcome. Graham does awesome work. They do such awesome work. And it's very nice to meet you. They keep updates. They have a YouTube, and they stream here on Twitch. They have a Steam page, but not checked it for a while. Fair, 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 fair. Oh, you got it, Vintage. If it's AI, we steal it back. Yeah, yeah. It's free real estate. Like, apropos of nothing, I am really happy that a lot of people have got on board with the wow, AI is pretty scummy bandwagon, you know? Because it could have gone the other way. It could have been, everyone could have turned around and been like, oh, actually, yeah, we all want to use it. It's cool. We make pretty things. It doesn't matter if a person makes it or if it's stealing from someone. It's all good, right? But general consensus from what I've seen from my circles is that it hasn't happened that way, which is good. You could argue that my circles are more likely to be creatives who are not going to be assholes, but it seems general consensus is that we don't want AI to be creative for us. We're human. Or goblin. But goblin. And we want to be creative, you know? Oof, a person in the community used to hang around, gave up her art because it didn't go well enough, and started creating and posting AI content. Yeah, I've seen it happen with other people as well. Yeah. I hope corporations decide it's scummy soon. See, this is the thing, right? They're not going to decide it's scummy. It's people that are going to decide it's scummy. Because if no one is buying something that's advertised with AI art, then they're not going to do it. But as long as it's cheaper, and let's be honest, it is. it's way cheaper than hiring an artist. They are going to do it. So it's up to people to say that they don't want it. Yeah, it sucks, but yeah. With how artists are treated recently, we can probably get our own app where we can share our own art without problem. That's true, but especially as a working artist, you need people who aren't artists to also be there. This is the problem with creating like art. I don't want to go into like goblin rant mode here, but let's have a little one, right? Take an app like 𝗀𝗃. I love 𝗀𝗃. 𝗀𝗃 is a great app for artists and to meet new artists. But as a working artist, you need clients. And artists do hire artists all the time. It's honestly probably about half my commissions come from other artists because we just like each other's art styles, so we commission each other. It's like we're just swapping money all the time. But the problem with something like 𝗀𝗃 is non-artists aren't there. Whereas if you take something like, you know, normal social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Blue Sky, you have regular people who want art there. The problem is now with AI is some of those have switched over and been like, oh, I can just generate this with AI. I don't have to commission, like, you know, a picture of my D&D character. Which sucks, but yeah, it's a case of an artist needs to be where the work is, and that's not so much. It's not so much with. I've lost my train of thought now. Gosh. I could watch my VOD back and then check what I was actually saying, but I have actually forgotten my train of thought. It does sound scummy, but it's true. It's true. You're right. Okay. Yeah, that is why recently I have this, I'm gonna call it the master plan. Let's say the master plan, right? Of things I am currently trying to do to essentially create a career out of art. Those of you that don't know in the chat is that I was laid off fairly recently. I was a graphic designer in magazines. I don't talk about it too often because I don't talk about my life outside of being a goblin particularly often. And I think it is time to try and make something out of this, you know? I love what I'm doing. But yeah, I've essentially got this series of steps for a plan, right? To create merchandise and fix up my website and hopefully create something like this. Like some of you might see, I recently reset up my commissions, which were closed for quite a while. Yeah, fingers crossed Blue Sky becomes a great place for working artists. I think it's on its way to doing that. I really do. I love surrounding myself with artists that, yeah. When there was sort of the mass exodus, it was just really interesting seeing how many just suddenly appeared. It was honestly great. Making a product for you, it would be a plushie of your character. Now, plushies are not easy to make. And I know there are places like 𝗦𝓫𝗱𝗶 that do it for you, but you do have to be quite a big creator to get in on that. But I already make enamel pins and stickers and things like that, so I'm looking to add to that basically. I obviously, as you can see by the fact that I'm just creating emotes right now, don't have merch for 𝗀 yet, but maybe in the future. Should that be 1 stroke or 2? Probably 2 strokes, actually. Let's go for 2. If we get every goblin VTuber to have their own plushie, the same size and same producer, it would be a collection line. That would be adorable. That would actually be adorable. I would buy those in a heartbeat. What do you need to make a plushie? Okay, so if you're doing it on your own without getting it, like, you know, mass produced or something, you essentially need some fabric, a sewing machine, and the ability to make patterns. And those are 3 very different things. Very different skills as well. You can get someone on Etsy to make one for you. That's probably one of the simpler ways to do it. I do sew, but I'm more of a I can mend a dress kind of seamstress rather than I could make an entire plushie kind of seamstress. I have in the past though. I used to make little Pokemon plushies for myself when I was younger. When I was a young gob. I tried to make lots of plushies. They were kinda cute. Okay, so I want... This is the problem with a side fringe, right, on a design, is I'm probably going to have to erase most of this eyebrow here. But that's okay, that's okay. We probably just want this piece here as 1 stroke. No, not quite the right stroke. It needs to be much more round, like the other side. But yeah, the third, like, so plushie creation is very hard to sort of upscale, right? So that you've got, like, you know, at least hundreds of people. Which is why there are services like 𝗦𝓫𝗱𝗶𝗹, which with larger creators, they will help design something. And essentially sell it to your fans, and you get a cut of it, kind of thing. Or at least I haven't looked into it too much. That's from what I think that's how it works. Nazakara, welcome to the chat. Hope you're having a good day, and thank you for the hydrate. I am gonna hydrate with these strawberries I have on my desk. Oh. Delicious. Oh my gosh, actually that was quite good. fabric check, workers check, cotton farm check. Support funding the proposal of this, not check. Thank you for the follow, Vintage Gutnish. I hope you're having a good time while I draw emotes very slowly and talk way too much. Thank you. I've just been delivered water by my lovely girlfriend. Now I can hydrate properly and not on strawberries. Although the strawberries are great. One sec. I am going to turn off the mic so you don't have to hear me gurgling. Right, there we go. I am hydrated. Yay! When was the last time you caught a stream? Just as like a matter of... I'm just really curious. A few years ago. Yeah. I thought it might be. Which was, would you believe, the last time I streamed. I started streaming again about a month ago. You watched my tutorials VTuber models? Oh my gosh. I released them so long ago. VTuber models have come on like leaps and bounds since I made those tutorials. My god. You can do 1,000 more things with a model than you could when I was really into Live 2D. I've gotten better at Live 2D models since then, but nowhere near like the highs of like some of the amazing models that I've seen now. There's some crazy animation techniques. But it leads into that as well with being worried about the art with that kind of thing, is that now you have to cut things up, cut your model up in sort of much more specific ways to make it work when you're rigging. It's crazy. Yeah, art and design goes hand in hand, 100%. Okay, so I think I'm just... Chat, do I remove the hat? Or do I just sort of have the hat kind of there? If I remove the hat, I can fit in the entire head, right? But I do love... I love all hats, by the way. That is a key character trait, is that I love hats. For those of you who have not been around recently, hats are beautiful. I love hats. I had a period where I made a metric ton of like VTuber hats that you can wear on stream. those are still available in my copy. They're all free. You could change the ratio a bit for the emote. I don't know. What do you mean by ratio? As in not make it a square? Because I have to make it a square, unfortunately. Twitch won't not let me make it a square. The upper body isn't as important if it's going to be chibified. That's true. That's true. I could move it down so that you see more of the hat. That is correct. Yeah, it is definitely a clarity thing. I need, like, the hand needs to fit in. So like the head and the hand are the key elements here. So that body at the bottom, I don't need it, but I do actually think it helps with the clarity. As in it's showing what she's doing. But maybe at that size, you can't really see anyway. It's so small. Let's experiment. Let's have a look, right? Okay, what layers have I got here? Okay, I've got that in the wrong folder. So first we'll move that up to the top. That goes up there. So what, for thing's sake, is we could literally just have it smaller. That is a thing we could do. But I think it ends up too small. I do like the hat. This is the problem with hats. Hats are big. Maybe I shouldn't have designed myself with such a big hat. But I feel like without a big hat, are you really a wizard? Right? You need the hat. This is actually my problem because I did redesign me recently for 𝗀𝗙𝗹𝗶𝗹 last month. And I redesigned me without a hat. And it just, for the entire month I was like, something is off. Something is wrong. And it's the hat. You need the wizard hat. The Goblin VTuber plushie line is now on the go for suggestion. What do you mean, 𝗀𝗀𝗋? I'm intrigued. I feel like the hat isn't just one thing that makes something like wizard iconic. It's true. It's true. You're gonna send a suggestion to every goblin VTuber. Yes, it is a very good suggestion. We love our plushies. Staff, wizard, and long road. Yes. I agree. I agree. Did I say staff and wizard? I meant staff and wands and long robes. And that's why one sec, I can just move this here. There we go. There I am. This is why we have a hat. We have a staff. We don't have a wand, although I suppose you could say that because my tail is a extra paintbrush, that's kind of like a wand. And because I still wanted to wear pants, like that sounds like a really like specific thing, but I was like, I don't want a really flowy skirt. I want to be practical. But I was like, I still want the silhouette of like the long capey cloak kind of thing. So I kind of made a side cape. And that is what I ended up with. It's like a butt cape, but with a hole for a tail. Here we go. I'll go back down here. There we go. I mean, I would not say no to, like, you know, hundreds of goblin plushies. It'd be great. I have one of I have a 𝗀𝗻𝗋 bard goblin that I love very, very much. Let's try turning this a bit. I might have to squish in the hat, but we might be able to get in a bit more this way. 𝗀𝗋𝗋 goblin can maybe help. Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Joke streams do tend to be particularly busy, but they are very cool. Right. I was turning this round. That's what I was doing. I will remember. No, I think it reads better. I'm kind of okay. I think I'm okay with the hat going outside of the emote itself. I think I'm okay with that. Because it's really the face and the hand that I want to read. So that is something I am willing to sacrifice in this particular occasion. But what I will do is I'm probably going to have a specific separate emote for like just a hat. I had one last time. Let me see here. I had a hat emote. Because the hat is like an entity unto itself. I can maybe zoom this in a little bit more though. There we go. Wait. What am I waiting for, 𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀? What am I waiting for? Okay, yeah, I think this is... I think this is worth finishing. Everything's worth finishing, but you know what I mean, chat. I write books which are read by family members and students at my school, and maybe even college. What if we start there? What do you mean? As in, like, putting goblins into stories? That's in some very cool lore. Oh, one moment. I am probably gonna have to take a quick break. I have an app that tells me when to take breaks when I've been drawing too long, and it's beeping at me. So I am just gonna take a quick 5-minute break to eat some strawberries and stretch my legs, and I implore you to do the same. Ruby, hello! Sorry, you come just as I'm about to take a break. But thank you very much for coming into the stream. Hello! I'll only be about 5 minutes. I just need to consume some strawberries. You should all take a break as well. Go have some water and maybe even some strawberries. It'd be great. turn. Oh gosh. I maybe shouldn't try and talk like that. Right, water, me, art, chat, hello. Hello again, Ruby, by the way. You got in just at the perfect time. I see you've been having a chat with Volko. I think it's a very good idea, Volker. Don't get me wrong, but logistics of something like that, my gosh. Like, I've looked into just making one plushie. Trying to produce a whole collection? Wow, logistical nightmare. But hey, dream on, you know? Don't let your dreams be dreams. I think I've seen your plushie, Ruby, yeah. Yeah, no, it is a bit much, because we're all quite small. You need quite a large, I mean, I suppose that's why you sort of, you know, you group up with people to do these sorts of things. But yeah, you need you need like, yeah, it's a lot. Let's just put that. It's a lot. What did I miss? I don't know. What did you miss? I feel like a cat. I do not feel like a cat today. I feel like a goblin. Very, very much like a goblin. Right. I was drawing. That is what I was doing. That is what I'm going to continue to do, chat. Okay, we have a head. And I have now decided, after like turning around the canvas about 10 different times, that we are going to keep it like this. In fact, I'm going to move it up a little bit. Because I think the head being further up in the frame is actually quite important. I'm either energetic or want to be alone. Story of my life. Alright, what have you been up to, Ruby? I've seen you've been streaming again, which is awesome. I know these things are difficult to get back into, but like legit commendation. Let's do a little, give me a little shout out. This will see if I actually remember. If I actually remember how to do a shout out. I'm challenging myself. Okay. I'm gonna press the button. Oh, it worked. When I was last streaming, I don't think built-in shoutouts even existed. I stream once, I want to do more, updates are almost done. Awesome. I've been doing some character designs for myself and done designs for other people. Also, double awesome. I felt sick, God. Talking about designs, I felt... I'm gonna actually, if I can find their Twitch, I'm gonna shout them out. I am shouting them out because I did a dumb. Let's find them. Okay, the reason I am doing this shout out right now. I am shouting out. Okay, I have to wait 52 seconds before I do this. I'll tell my story in 52 seconds. Back when I saw you the first time, I was not streaming myself. Yeah, I know. It sucks. It sucks. I remember we had the little discussion about burnout and stuff, and it's good that we're both getting back to doing what we love. It's awesome. Yeah, I mean, you don't really draw, but what you do is incredibly creative, like legit. Hero Forge is an awesome tool. I wish I knew how to use it better. It would make like character referencing way easier. Man, 52 seconds is way longer than... It's really long. I'm trying to wait. I'll be teaching a new person next week. Awesome. Okay, I need to make this a little bit so I can't see it as much because okay, for a minute there I thought I decided to draw it all on the same layer again when I deliberately moved it out. But we're good. So back to what I was talking about. I think it's been 52 seconds. We'll know in a second whether it's been 52 seconds. Flash shout out. Okay, so I am shouting out 𝗀𝗪𝗀𝗃 right now, as an apology, because they recently put out a post on Blue Sky and they were like, "Oh yeah, I wanna draw some goblin VTubers for 𝗀𝗪𝗶𝗹." So I was like, "Sure, I'll give you my design," and then a couple of days later, I decide that I am completely changing it. And now, like, a couple of weeks later, 𝗀𝗀 has actually drawn me. But of course, in that time, I had not given them my new ref sheet because I haven't even posted the ref sheet publicly yet. So now I feel really bad. And I'm going to show you the cool art. I have to find it. Oh, what is funny about it though is I have been 𝗀𝗀𝗀 drew me as Sonic, and now my hair is blue, so it actually works even better than it did. Oh. I need to find a way to put this on screen. Come on, Blue Sky. Do your thing. Load for me. Can I just, like, paste it? Will that work? Control V. That didn't do anything. Right, I'm gonna save it then. Save it. But yes, 𝗀𝗀 is very cool. I need to work out how to use all these things again. Now let's put that in as general image. Doopy doopy doo. Oh, it's big, but it's here. This was my previous design. This was like an in-between between what I wanted to make and my original VTuber design, where I just basically made my original design and turned it into a goblin. 𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 did this for me. So I now gotta go fast. Always go fast. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the corner because it's adorable. Ever tapped a person's face out of just wanting to do it? I can't say I have recently. What's your streaming schedule? officially, my streaming schedule is every Monday at 2 p.m. BST. I did actually forget to stream yesterday. I got to about 10 p.m. and I was sitting there and I was like, oh, frick. I haven't hit go live today because I was so busy making my new reference sheet that I just completely forgot. So I thought I would stream today. It is likely that I will stream multiple times a week. Just probably general sort of like no mic streams sometimes on other days, like gorilla streaming. But yeah, the Monday one is supposed to be guaranteed, but I did forget, which is why I'm streaming today. Well, I am a silly coppo. Might do them this week. Awesome. I think this arm's got to be like in front, right? To read properly, it's probably got to be in front. So I'm gonna draw over it for now. The plan is before I end this stream, I'm gonna finish at least the line art. And I hope I can do the fill as well, hopefully. I forgot how easily distracted I am when I'm streaming. But it's none of your fault. It's my own fault. You're just too cool. Focus mode on. Ah, yes. Focus mode. What's that? Honestly, I am also always distracted. Yeah, I get you. I say I recently picked up an app because I was looking for something that did kind of like everything that I wanted it to in terms of like productivity. So I downloaded an app which, funnily enough, is called Super Productivity. Because it helps me track like how much time I'm spending on each thing. So right now I have a timer for streaming, so I know exactly how long I guess I can check my VOD and check how long I've streamed, but this can do it for all of my art, so I know I can track my time properly. And it also, you might have noticed I took a break when I took a break earlier. It was because the app was screaming at me to stop and actually take a break. So I did. Weird, but who cares? Exactly. Be weird. Be bold. Being cool? Nah. We can both be cool. It's okay. You can admit it. We can be stinky goblins and cool. These are not mutually exclusive. Oh, puppy! We're raiding in with 𝗀𝗙𝗋𝗋𝗄𝐶𝗋𝗋𝗋. What? What? Welcome in, raiders. Welcome in, puppy. What were you doing today? And was it anything to do with 𝗀𝗋𝗋𝗋𝗄𝐶𝗋? I'm very intrigued. I have to know. I have to know about the crabs. And we've hit our follower goal. You're all awesome. If I had a cool celebration song to play here, I would play it. I would play it. Thank you for following, 𝗀𝗙𝗋𝗋𝗄𝐶𝗋. Are those your cheesy crabs? We have a cheese sound command. Oh, that's the best sound command. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are chilling today and making some new emotes for the channel. Because I recently did a complete redesign, as you can see in the corner. I am a full goblin now. I am a wizard. Which means I should probably introduce myself. Hi! Hey, I'm 𝗀𝗍𝗍, your curator of Colourful Chaos and Art Wizard Extraordinaire. And very green and very goblin. Welcome to the stream! I was working on artwork while having a web fishing lobby up. Oh, web fishing. I do need to pick that up, mostly because I love fishing in FF14. Ocean fishing is very fun. And it gives me that kind of vibe mixed with Animal Crossing. Well, I hope you had a great time drawing and web fishing. And if you need to go get a drink, have a stretch, because post-raid care is very, very important. Feel free. Otherwise, feel free to vibe, and I will be attempting to finish this emote. And stop talking to chat, because they're very distracting. But you're all amazing, but also very distracting. It's got accessibility settings for click spamming. Oh, good. Good. Werewolves are cool. Werewolves are cool. This is true. It's also very LGBT friendly. Awesome. I need to hop on. I do know that my girlfriend plays it. I have seen her playing it. I need to hop onto some web fishing. Also, I have to stop here and because I found this very funny in that the post that I just approved from Puppy, for some reason, Twitch blocked the phrase "tongue in," and I find that hilarious. I guess. Automod is very overzealous. Since I came back to streaming, I did reset it, so I think it took out like a lot of my exceptions. Anyway, the goal today is to actually finish this. I will finish this, chat. I will. Yeah, it's a little bit. The auto mod is a little bit overzealous. Hopefully over time it will fix itself as I add more words into it that it is allowed to say. It's like, no, they're not allowed to say that. Yes, they are. They are auto mod. It's okay. I hate to see what it thinks of popsicles. Are we lurking shortly and getting dinner ready? Well, you have a lovely dinner. And I hope you had a lovely stream, and thank you so much for raiding in. We are going to finish this art. It's a promise I have made to myself. And a promise I in turn make to all of you. There we go, round we go. You know, one thing I need to do is probably at some point look at music. I need to look at music. I do love these chill lo-fi beats, but at some point I want to mix it up. So I need to add that to my list of things to do. Need to lurk and leave you focusing? That would be amazing, Ruby. Thank you so much. You have a lovely day, okay? And hopefully I will catch you on next stream. Also, before I forget, because I will forget. Before I forget, I will keep typing and saying before I forget, because I'm still typing. We will give Puppy a quick shout out because they are an amazing artist and they stream regularly on Twitch. And I'm sure we all hope that they have a great day and even more amazing dinner. Okay, so let's pop on this little 𝗪𝓷𝗱𝗃. This bit's a bit more round. I think that's pretty centered. And then we'll pop on these little strappy things. Now, I say strappy things because they are belts. But they are aesthetic belts. They're definitely aesthetic belts. They don't actually like attach anything. If you look at the design, they just look like belts. But they're actually rather useless. I just like belts almost as much as I like hats, actually. Let's get one there. Right, that needs to be a little bit more rounded. That's going over a shoulder. As a former goth, I stan random belts. Well, Taser, do I have a design for you? Belts for days. No, it is an oft-used adage that I ascribe to the Tetsuya Nomura school of character design, in that if you have space to fill and you need some more detail, just add a belt. Just add a belt. It will make everything 10 times better. My apologies if I'm too chatty right now. Well, where is good to be chatty than chat, really? Now that looks a bit too flat. So let's do that line again. I prefer suspenders on formal attire rather than a belt. You know what? I do love myself some good suspenders too. But belts are my jam. I did nearly put suspenders on this design. Okay, so we need the little waisty coat just peeking out the bottom. We are nearly done with this line art, chat. Nearly. So close. Oh. Raz, thank you. I do in fact need to save. I think I last saved during the break, so... That's what I need. I've got a reminder to take breaks, like a screaming alarm that doesn't stop until I stop it. I also need one to remind me to save. Suspenders are cool. Welcome to the chat, Raz. I hope you're having a great day. I am having a very arty day, apparently. We are redoing our emotes. So I'm not sure yet if I'm going to redo all of them, like the same as I had before, or if we're going to sprinkle in some new ones. I'm still at work, so that's not great. No, that's not great. Oh no. I'm sorry, I feel for you. Okay, we need a belt here. And a buckle here. You just DM'd me your latest Pokemon poll. I'm going to look. Is it good? Oh, it is! I haven't got that one yet. I have the Charizard that's got the same border though. But I don't know if I messaged you when that happened to me. I was pulling Charizard packs because I wanted a Charizard EX, and then I got the Mewtwo. It wasn't that one though. That one's cooler. Your first EX full art. Awesome. Here's to many more. Yeah, I think they're the highest rarity because they're like 3 gold stars. And then you get like, it zooms out and it does the sick animation thing. Sorry, I'm gesticulating wildly here and you can't see, but just pretend. I think that's the curve I need there. I don't know what feeling of myself I prefer. Well, what about all of the above? This is one of the super rare ones. There is one rarity higher? Whoa. They've put in like 10,000 incentives to pull packs, huh? I'm gonna fight the urge. I have my oh, gold background Pikachu, Charizard, Mewtwo. I have the Mewtwo one. That is the one I pulled when I was trying to get a Charizard. The gold crown. Do you know what? I'm gonna check now. Is it a crown? It was definitely goldish. It was definitely gold. But whether it was a gold crown one is another matter. Right, do you know what? I'll send you a screenshot. That's probably easier. Because what I found funny about it is it's the last card in the genetic Pokedex, I believe. Oh yes, it's a little crown. It is a little crown. One sec, I'll send you it. Doop-de-doop. Sorry, me having my private Discord conversations live on stream. This is great. So chat, I got a Mewtwo. I have been rather into Pokemon Pocket lately. Was it Pokemon TCG Pocket? That's it. That's its proper name. Wow. Yours was a 0.88% chance and mine was a 0.05% chance. Oh gosh. Okay. Well, I'll never pull another one of them again. What makes me sad is, like, I'm not running a Mewtwo deck. It's okay, Volker, if you need to step away or anything and just calm down, that's perfectly fine. Right, so I've got the hair on that layer. Hat! We need a hat. Need a hat, chat. Yeah, I don't have good psychic cards. Yeah, that was my problem, is I pulled the Gold Crown Mewtwo, and then I have nothing that can actually go with it. I don't even have a 𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗧. Which is supposed to be the card, like, you pair with it 100%. Oh. I did get a 𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗧, but I don't have a Kirlia. Is this the Staryu problem all over again? Okay, we're just gonna draw what's inside the square. Thank you for the follow, Becca Redfield. I hope you're having a great and arty day. We're so close. I can taste it, chat. And then I can go and, like, rest and eat food, knowing that I have partially finished one emote. I shouldn't have made my hat so complicated. Maybe I put on too many belts. I used to play the TCG competitively back in the day, but I don't think I could cope starting all over again, even if it's virtual. Well, I mean, the rules are slightly different. I mean, it is for the most part, it is just the Pokemon TCG. But it does have its big differences, like the decks are only 20 cards. The problem is, I would argue it's actually harder in Pocket to create a competitive deck than it is to build one for the full card game, which is interesting. Oh, stretch. I shall stretch. Thank you for the stretch, Volker. Okay. But we have to appreciate the auto mod again. which banned the phrase "tiny deck." This is good. I'm just in for collecting for the most part. Yeah, same. I really like sorry. I really like the full art stuff. So that was mostly what drew me to it. Just because I wanted the pretty full art cards. You need to go? That's perfectly fine. You have a great day, Volker. Look at this nerd. Look at that nerd. Look at that nerdy little corgi in chat. Hello, Billy. It's cool. If you're in my chat, you probably are a nerd. Like, let's be honest here, right? Okay, so we got the pencil. We got the paintbrush, but we can't actually see it's a pencil and a paintbrush, so we just kind of pretend it sticks, right? Yeah, it's just sticks. Art sticks. Keep telling yourself that, 𝗚cie. It's just art sticks. You have a great day too, Volker. Bye! Okay, I need to erase that line and pop in the buckle. And then we've got, oh, how does this go? This one up here, I think? And then this one that crosses over just down here. Should work. Yeah, that looks alright. Bam. I think we have some line art. We just need to clean up some lines here. Second Articuno EX. Well, I never want to face your deck. Because I'm currently running... I'm running a 𝗵𝗻𝗱𝗀𝗃𝗃 deck at the moment. Which is, of course, horribly weak to your fancy schmancy Articunos. Should I go behind? I think, chat, that should go behind the arm. Like that. It's just kind of pressing against her face, kind of. Biggest downside is they take a lot of energy to build up. That's the problem with the Charizard deck, to be fair. You have to pair it with a Moltres EX for the energy ramp, or it's just not viable at all. I have had games that I just lost just because I didn't manage to draw the Moltres. So my Charizard was kind of a sitting duck. But that's how it be sometimes. That's how it be. I think that's why at the moment... Oh, sorry, one sec. I think that's why at the moment, the Pikachu EX deck is actually by far the best one. If you've got a full bench, it can do 90 damage with just 2 energy, and that is frankly ridiculous. And a line there. And no, not that line, wrong line. Okay, are there any runaway lines here that you can see, chat, that I have not seen? Ah, I have seen one. There we go. In fact, I think I can just take away that entire eyebrow. Does that look right? I don't know if that looks right. Maybe that just needs to be pulled down a little bit. One sec. Let's do some vector line pinching. We just drag this down maybe. I think maybe the fringe is a little bit lower down than I thought it was. Let's turn off the vector eraser. This is gonna get a bit better. NG burn cards are wild. Oh yeah, 100%. Also, I get so frustrated at people that run red card. When I get like the perfect hand, they're like, no. Please put your entire hand back in your deck. I hope with like the next set they add like more ramp for different energy types. Okay, this should mean we're cooking, chat. Except I've just drawn that on the wrong layer, so pretend I didn't say that. We are no longer cooking. We are, in fact, overcooking. We have burnt the cake, and we are fervently trying to cover it up with icing so nobody knows. There. I could do with getting rid of that line as well. Thank you, Billy. I will indeed hydrate. And save. Always remember to save. I hope you're having a great day, by the way, Billy. It's been a while. Mind you, it's been a while since I've been actually streaming, so kind of makes sense. I am still goblin. I'm just a bit more goblin than a lot of people remember. Does that need to be further down? Yeah, I just think it looks a little bit awkward if I've still got that there. Let's get rid of that other bit. I think that actually looks better with like one eye kind of slightly covered. Yeah, I think that's right. is going to be like a process for me, chat. Like working out the optimal way to draw these things, because obviously as of like yesterday was when I finished the reference sheet for 𝗀𝓚. And therefore it might take me a while to get the design right, or at least like chibiifying it and things like that. So I think it's not round enough. Maybe it should be rounder. Maybe I shouldn't have a pointy chin at all. No, that's fine. That's fine. I'll leave that. Thus are the decisions of an artist. I only had to not save and lose 3 hours on a project once. Now I do the smallest thing and save. Never lose more than 2 minutes of work now. Gosh. I wish I was that diligent. I mean, I'm usually pretty good, but sometimes I falter, especially when I'm streaming because I'm talking to lots of people. I mean, that's why I have a save redeem, to be honest. That is 100% why it's there. Now it looks a bit uneven. Oh, that's even enough. That's even enough. And that means I can actually pull this forward. Except again on the wrong layer, so it's all good. There we go. That's what we wanted, chat. I need that reminder in old RPGs, yes. Gotta pop it in that save slot. Right, okay. I think we've got that line art down pat. I think we're there. Like, miracles do happen. She says as she goes and changes the neckerchief slightly. Only slightly, I promise, only slightly. There we go. There we go. And then I realise there's a line missing. This is the stream that will never end. It just goes on and on, my friend. There we go.
You know they're out there, don't you?
Let's fix up that edge. And I think we have some new emote line art, chat. What do you think? This is a sticker. Say something nice about yourself, or I swap the color of the Sonic OC in the corner. I like goblins, and therefore I must like myself. Oh, there we go. Welcome in, by the way, 𝗀𝗋𝗄. It's nice to see you. Okay, I think that's done. That is done. I'm gonna press save. I'm going to press save. And then the save was pressed, and all was good. Right, with that, I think I'm going to have to take a break from streaming for now. But I will be back. I will be back at least on Monday, maybe later this week. I don't want to overpromise. And you're all awesome. Your compliment is acceptable. Thank you, 𝗀𝗋𝗋. It is great to see you all today. And I think we are going to pass on the love. I'm just going to see who is actually streaming at the moment. I mean, next week I'll probably be working on some more emotes if I haven't finished them by then. But to be honest, I've got quite a few to go through, so it's... with some client commission stuff I've got going, I probably won't have finished them, so we might come back with more emotes. Who knows? Who knows? Who is streaming at the moment? Doopy-doopy-doo. Oh, one sec. There's a cat on my desk. There aren't many artist friends streaming right now. We might just have to drop it, my friends. Oh, actually, we could go drop in on Yui, I guess. Let's do that. Let's go to an art stream. Do 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 do. They seem to be sketching some really cool doodly things. So let's go say hi. Let's just pop in a little silly raid message. Oh, I don't usually do raid messages much. There we go. If you want to use one, there's one in chat. So let's go over now. Go say hi.